up, peeps? Energy here, and I gotta share. Today I'm doing an energy broadcast system because I just had a pretty humbling moment. That my day started off pretty great. I did find myself at my 9:15. You know, being a little bit pushy about maybe like listen, breath work and the importance of this and the importance of that. Really trying to drill in and instead of like taking a step back and realizing like, everybody arrives when they need to arrive, and I need to be patient, and I'm human, and I don't really think that has any, I'm not struggling with an ego thing there, but rather more of, I just feel like there's such a desire for me, for you all to kind of feel and understand how joyful it is to be over on this side, and everything that I've learned and all these tools that I've obtained throughout the years in my own healing. I want to share because it feels good to feel good. It feels good not to be tolerant every day, like just barely getting by. Every situation brings this pain to the pit of my stomach that I just don't know where it's coming from. And every situation, even when it was what I consider pleasurable, there still was an underlying of something going on that I didn't really understand, the disconnect, and I've had, really the last 3 years, almost 3 years, really my journey when I opened up the studio, it's been like an acceleration of growth and awareness and of enlightenment. It's been also all the hard work that I put in and put on myself, the importance of what it was to work on self and reflect and start to change that attitude of victim role, playing the victim role, and living in gratitude and being mindful of what's so important. And why I'm ranting and raving is because I decided today to go pick up my mom. And I don't normally talk about my family for many different reasons, and I'm sharing this story because it's an important one, and it's a vulnerable one for me, and I feel it's an important one because I've gone a lifetime, even though I'm preaching something, still very many parts of my journey and my own enlightenment and evolution still living based off of this story, right, of my life and things, of these people and the roles those people played. And even though I've changed a lot and I'm very loving and giving, and I'm very I feel I've been very active back in my mom's life and in my family's life, trying to in my own way that's not the right word, rather understand, connect, today in the present moment, without the stories and the attachments, and every day I get a little bit better at it, and every day I get a little bit better at it, the more excited I am to share it with you all and push you guys there. And today, unexpectedly, leaving the studio, maybe not, with a lot going on with the ICU movement and the event that we're going to do on March 7th, and how excited I am to share information with you all on that day and have an experience with you all. I go pick up my mom to take her to Costco, and we're going to go eat lunch first. We sit down to have lunch, and she's sitting in front of me, and for the first time, I don't know, it's like a veil had dropped, and it's a word that my daughter Luna has used often in her own enlightenment and awareness. She's one of my greatest guides, Luna. I just started asking her questions about her. Tell me about you growing up. Imagine I'm 48 years old, and I legit, man, I don't know what I really know about her as a person, as a vibration and energy. What I know is my story. What I know is my experience with her, and nothing beyond that box and the boxes that I'm telling everybody, yo, pull out of these boxes. And yet I'm living in these boxes, and every time I reveal a box and break open a box, there's another box within another box, and I love it because there was a box somewhere I didn't realize there was a box. So I thought, that I was like, I'm doing this the best I can do here, and it wasn't true. talked to me, shared her life with me, and I looked at her not as her daughter or as a victim or as or what you did with not ego. I left ego somewhere else. Ego went away, and I was just a vibration in front of a vibration, a person in front of a person with love in heart, with love in my heart, love vibrating towards her. I wanted to hear her story. And it's humbling. It's humbling because we go our whole lives living based off of an experience, and we get caught up on, yo, look at what happened to me, look at what they did to me, and it limits us and holds us back. And no, the truth is I want to know her. I want to be there. She takes her last breath. I want to get to know her, and I want her to know me. How could I do that if I didn't really like let down all my guard and just kind of push myself aside for a moment? And not that I don't matter, because I do, yo, I'm number one. But to be number one, and I love myself enough to understand her more, because that's loving me more, because that's going to help me understand my journey with her a little bit more. So it was great to connect with her, to love her, for her to sit in front of her as her daughter, that she played a role in my life for some of the situations I've had to experience. And I was looking at her with so much love and compassion, and understanding her and validating her, understanding her a little bit better, and then in turn understanding myself and my situation a little bit more with love. And I was grateful for that moment, and I'm sharing because it's important to, you know, I'm 48 years old, and 48 years old of that person played, you know, an intricate part of why I'm even here, and breathing and talking to y'all, and not only in giving me life and being the vessel that brought me here, as well as the experience we shared for the time we shared together. And then we still are sharing. I want to get to know her, and I want to encourage you all to like talk raw and real, to drop the veil, to be authentic and real, and connect without the ego, and put yourself aside for a moment, because you're not validating yourself, because she knows, and I know. And we, you know, but I want to get to know her. We don't need to talk about this other stuff or reflect on that stuff. Connect as individuals. I want to get to know her, because it makes all that better. I want to get to know her today, because we all have the right to evolve and enlighten and growth. And I know moving forward, anything I have to say ever about my family or anybody who's ever been in my life and part of my journey, I only have great things to say. Because even saying like, oh, you know what, she wasn't the best mom, or that's not true. And that's wrong. You know what? She did the best she fucking could. We all doing the best we can. And that applies to all the little boxes within the boxes within the boxes. And I'm going to keep looking within my boxes and encourage you all to do that and to strip down, because it's joyful. You're living, man. I left that conversation. I don't know. We were together. We didn't even fucking go to Costco. I'll have to take her on Friday. But it was so amazing. And we were both emotional. And I really connected with her without any story attached. It was beautiful. And she seemed lighter. Her aura was lighter when we finished that conversation. Yo, when I was driving in the car, it was like everything. It's like, let me show you my view here. Like that. Like, look how beautiful this is. Let me open this shit up. Like that. I don't know if you see what I see, man, but it's beautiful, and it's green, and it's blue like I've never seen before. And that's what we felt. Like, we felt connected to the earth. We felt connected to each other. I felt connected to the person walking on the sidewalk, driving next to me. I feel connected to the water, to the sky, to the trees, to you all, and that's why I'm sharing it. And I'm sharing because, you know, somehow that set someone free, and I wish someone was sharing stuff like this with me. And I share this shit with my kids, because, man, I tell my kids everything. They know everything. Because why would I be ashamed? Any drug I've ever done, all the shoplifting, breaking in, and all the glorious things, I share it all. Because I have no closets, I have no shame. I'm not who I was, and I don't know who I'm going to be tomorrow. Energy out.